What's up guys, and welcome back to a new video on my channel. Today I've got a completely different video for you guys. Today I'm going to be predicting the National League playoffs because as you know, we've got the playoffs this month. Harrogate Town play on the 25th of July, either against Halifax or Boreham Wood. So I thought while we have the wait, I should predict all the playoff results because I think it'll be interesting, obviously because we've not played at all for the last 2 months, so it's going to be interesting because I know a lot of people have been doing it, so it'll be interesting to see my perspective of it as well. So yeah, let's get into it. Also, if you haven't already, don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to my channel. Over the next couple of months, in the summer, I'm going to do a lot more videos, trying to get my different videos out for you guys, a little bit of more day in my life vlogs and like playoff vlogs and stuff like that, because obviously I won't be able to go to the ground, and so I'm going to be doing some at-home stuff now. So that's going to be the plan for the next couple of months. So yeah, hope you enjoy it, and let's go on with the video. Now, the first game of the National League playoffs this season is going to be the one Harrogate Town we're interested in, and it's going to be Boreham Wood versus Halifax. Now, this game is going to be interesting. Now, on points per game, Boreham Wood finished above Halifax in 5th, and Halifax finished 6th, so this game's going to be very, very interesting. I'm not actually sure what the result could be. I think these players are going to be very, very interesting to watch because you don't actually know who's going to win. Also, there's going to be no fans there, so there'll be no, like, advantage for teams. I mean, the only advantage you can really say is Harrogate Town having the 3G pitch could be an advantage, but apart from that, I don't think it will be. But the first game, Boreham vs Halifax, I know Boreham would have had a really, really good season. Played really, really good football. They beat us away. We didn't play a second game, I don't think, but they were playing some fantastic football this season. So did Halifax, to be fair. But if we're looking at quality throughout the season, I feel like Boreham Wood were the better team. And I'm going to say the first game of the playoffs, Boreham Wood versus Halifax, Boreham Wood are going to win 2-1 and progress to play Harrogate Town in the semi-final. Now, the next game is Barnet versus Yeovil. Obviously, this caused a bit of controversy, as on points per game, Barnet finished 7th in the National League, or actually they finished 11th in the league when it ended. So this is going to be it'll be very interesting to see what happens, but if they get promoted, I think it's going to be quite funny after where they finished. I know Loudmouth, the YouTuber, will be hoping they get promoted, and I think this game will be very, very tough for them. Yeovil at home. Yeovil away, sorry. Yeovil are a very, very good team. Obviously, we beat them twice this season, Harrogate, but I think they've got some very, very good players. They play some good football, both teams. I know we didn't play Barnet. I don't think we played Barnet. We did once, I think, at home, but we didn't play that often. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't really know again how it can go. I mean, it depends. I think the one thing that could make teams struggle is the distance. I've got to travel, like Barnet got to travel to Yeovil, Boreham Wood got to travel, Halifax got to travel all the way down to London, so that's probably going to be the disadvantages there. But if I'm going off performances in the season again, I'm going to say Yeovil will win that, and I think it'll be a 3-2 win to Yeovil. I think they've got too much quality in that team against Barnet, and I feel like Barnet won't be able to handle it. And obviously, I'm just putting my perspective, but I generally don't. I can see it going either way. But if I'm going at performances this season, it's going to be Yeovil to beat Barnet 3-2, which means they'll go and play Notts County in the semi-final. On to the semi-finals. Obviously, I'll go into the first one. If Yeovil beat Barnet in the quarter-final, they'll go play Notts County in the semi-final. This game's going to be a very, very interesting one. Notts County versus Yeovil, if it does happen. Obviously, Notts County have been world-class this season. They obviously beat Harrogate Town 2-0. We were meant to play them 3 times before the end of the season when it got cancelled, so obviously that would have been interesting to see what happened now, but they're a quality team, Notts County. Finished 3rd in the league. I feel like they were a bit unlucky where it ended, because obviously I think all teams were unlucky. I know Harrogate Town were unlucky when it ended because we could have gone on to win the league and stuff like that, but it'll be interesting to see what happens in Notts County. I think they're a very, very strong team. I know they picked a 25-man squad and looking very, very confident. I mean, they lost 3-1 in the friendly on Saturday, but I don't think friendlies matter at the moment because obviously it's about getting fitness, and I feel like some teams doing friendlies and Harrogate Town aren't because obviously getting injured, which I think is a fair decision. I think you got to think about your squad and how it could affect them in fitness or your injury. So especially in that perspective, I know you've got to look at it like that. But I feel like that's going to be a very, very interesting game. I know they've both got quality players. Notts County probably being the strongest team in the league if you're looking at it that perspective. Obviously coming down from League 2 this season, but I reckon they'd probably do a job over Yeovil and beat probably 2-3-0. I just don't think Yeovil have got the quality against Notts County. Notts County is a superb team. and I felt they'll just do the job over them, and I reckon it will be about 3-0. Now, the second semi-final, with my team, Harrogate Town, playing Boreham Wood if Boreham Wood progress. Now, this game is going to be very, very interesting, obviously. Harrogate Town have had an incredible season. It's crazy to think we've gone from being a part-time team to getting promoted in the first season, being professional, then 2 years later having a chance to be in League Two. Like, it's insane. But this will be a very, very tough game. I know we lost to Boreham Wood in the season. I think we lost, was it 3-1, with Alex Bradley scoring a wonder goal. I know we lost 2-1, I think. But yeah, we didn't play well that day. But I feel like when the season got ended, we were a very, very good run. We just drew to Bromley. I was talking to my dad about this, actually. We reckon that draw was probably what Harrogate Town needed, because it kind of gave them wake-up call in a way. And it kind of, I reckon from that point onwards, we'd have kind of won the league, wouldn't have made any more mistakes. So it was kind of frustrating to see how it ended. Obviously, we were meant to play Solihull Moors on that Friday night, but it got cancelled because of COVID and stuff like that. So it was kind of frustrating, but I feel like Harrogate Town got a lot of quality in this team. I know for the playoffs, we've got Jack Diamond back, we've got Alex Bradley Leeds, he's back in the squad. It'd be good to see him back. We've got a lot of strength going forward. Aaron Martin, Mark Beck, who I think might be back for that. And he might be into the member. I think he might be back for that. We've got Jack Muddin anyway, John Stead, got midfielders Brendan Kane and Falkenham, Alex Bradley, Kerry, Emmett, Thompson, Leesley if he plays there. It's a very, very strong squad. I feel the only thing that could struggle is the how we haven't got many defenders. Like, we've got Ryan Fallowfield, Warren Burrell, Connor Hall, Will Smith, and maybe Leesley if he plays left back. So I know he played left back at Stevenage. That could be the only issue for Harrogate, having not that much depth in the defence. But again, I feel like it's a risky take. Obviously, you're playing 2 games. You got to go all out in those 2 games. You've got a game away from Wembley. If you go to Wembley, it's an amazing achievement for the club, and we haven't been there before. So again, you just got to go for it, and I feel like that's going to be the thing. And the attitude Harrogate Town have got to take towards it, especially against a team like Boreham Wood. But we have the advantage anyway of Boreham Wood travelling all the way up to Harrogate from London and playing on a 3G pitch. So that'll be the advantage we've got to have. And I feel like Harrogate Town will do the job against them on the 25th. I think it's 25th of July. We're playing them on a Saturday, so we'll have the advantage of it. I think on that day, we'll be the better team and we'll beat them probably 3-1, I reckon. I think Jack Muldoon will score 2 and Brendan Keenan will get the last goal in the last couple of minutes of the game. But I feel like Boreham Wood are a very, very good team. I feel like Harrogate Town is too strong for them now, and I feel like we'll go and conquer them and beat them, I think, and progress to Wembley, where we'll probably play Notts County in the final, which I think will be very, very coincidental after bearing in mind we were meant to play them in the FA Trophy semi-final. So yeah, let's go on to that prediction. Now, the big one, Notts County versus Harrogate Town, if it goes to that from my prediction. This will be a very, very interesting game to watch. Obviously, there's going to be no fans at Wembley, which is frustrating. I don't understand why it's at Wembley. Bear in mind, if for example, if Harrogate Town not to get there, you've got 2 teams travelling all the way down to London for no reason. I feel like they should have it at a neutral ground, something like Sheffield United, something like that, so it's closer, or halfway. It'd be just so much easier, but it's at Wembley either way. It'll be great to see Harrogate Town get there for the first ever time. Obviously, we haven't been there before. But I feel like Notts County and Harrogate Town have got very, very similar squads. We've got a lot of strength in them. I think Notts County may have a little bit more strength in the defence because they've got more depth in it. But apart from that, I feel like Harrogate Town are just as strong as them. And I feel like it proves. I know we lost 2-0 to them this season, but I think when we went to play them the other 3 times, we'd have probably beaten them 2 or 3. So it's interesting what happens. I feel like on the day though, Harrogate, I don't know. Harrogate Town and playoffs, I think it's interesting because I found out the other day that before we got promoted in the playoffs in the final, we played Fylde away the playoffs before, lost to them away, then we went to obviously the National League North playoffs again, won at home in semi-final and won in the final, 3-0 against Brackley. Then last season we played Fylde away, lost them in the playoffs. So again, is it coincidental that we're going to play playoffs again and we're at home in the semis? Who knows? But I think that Harrogate Town will do the job on the day, and I think we're going to get promoted to League 2 for the first ever time. And I reckon we'll do it 2-1 against Notts County with Mark Betts scoring a last-minute winner coming off the bench. I feel like no matter what happens, though, it's kind of frustrating that we've got to play playoffs, especially in this kind of climate. I feel like, obviously, Premier League's got to come back, but I feel like at the moment football should really be played, especially without the fans. Like, I've been watching all the Champions League and Bundesliga and the Premier League, and it just doesn't seem right. Like, I've been watching it with like no sound, and it just doesn't. I don't enjoy it. It's just not fun. You haven't got that like kind of you haven't got the players getting more involved in the game because of the fans and the fans edging the players on. You haven't got that, and I feel like it kind of just ruins the game a little bit more. And I feel like as well that I know the water breaks are good in a way, but the water breaks are also kind of breaking down play, and it kind of, for example, I think what game was it? I was watching one of the games. I think it was like might have been Sheffield United, where Chelsea started off a better team in the first 23 minutes or something like that. And obviously because of the water break, they had to Sheffield United got to restart, and they just took it to Chelsea and won 3-0. So I feel like that's going to be a bit of an issue because obviously teams will be going to get back into the game more, which will be frustrating. And Harrogate Town normally start off the worst side in the first half because we're always second half team, so it will be interesting to see what happens when we have that quarter breaks every time. But I think, I'm not going to be biased, but I generally do think Harrogate Town will get promoted. Obviously Barrow have been promoted as champions and confirmed now, and I feel like it's bad for them that they've had to wait this long, but I think Harrogate Town will get promoted into League 2 for the first ever time. But anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed watching the video. Get a drop a like on it, subscribe to my channel. Massive thank you for getting me to this 800 subs. I feel like I haven't uploaded this much during lockdown, obviously because of different things, but I'm getting back to doing regular uploads. I'm going to try and do one upload every week during the summer, so hopefully I can do that for you guys. And yeah, I'm looking forward to playoffs. It'll be interesting. We'll have some mates round, react to it for a video, so should be interesting to see what happens. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.